From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough of the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh!
What's up, everybody? This is D from Brooklyn, and I'm making this video today in response to my buddy, my man from up north. Even though he's a Patriots fan, still got love for you. Brooklyn all the way, New York. Response to the Aquarium Tuber Tag challenge. Now, as you know or may not know, this is something that we spread within our community to challenge other YouTubers, make videos, support the hobby, spread the love, joy, happiness, all that good stuff. So what it is I've been given 10 questions here, which I wrote down because I'm getting old. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. And what it entails is saltwater geared questions, but I'm going to put a spin on it. At the end of this video, I'll tell you what the spin is. So basically, I got 10 questions here. I'm going to answer them for you best of my ability. I'm sitting in front of the main Brooklyn hoodlum tanks here as I see the hoodlums are gathering behind me to see what I'm doing. So let's go through these questions, okay? Number one here, fish only tank or reef? Now, that's a funny question because I think in this hobby, everybody starts as a fish only tank, as the first thing we keep alive is fish. When I first started in the hobby, there weren't the corals that we keep today. So I have to say coral reef. Fish only tank or coral reef? I have to say coral reef because there's something really special about taking something that seems lifeless and watching it grow. And once you start it, as a psychedelic babe will contest you, you get hooked. A lot of freshwater tankers have become hooked by the reef. So reef tank it is, okay? So question number two, soft or hard corals? I'm going to say soft corals, even though I love hard corals and I'm starting to get more and more into them. Soft corals are easy. One thing I love about the hobby, keep it simple, stupid. Kiss it. We keep it simple, stupid. Not the saying that we're stupid, but if you're successful, you will stay in the hobby. If you're successful, you will venture out and eventually try to do something harder. So soft corals, I love. They're easy to frag. I love to trade them. People that are starting out, I take a piece, I give it to them, they start off. So I like soft corals. All right, my favorite coral is the mushroom coral. One of the first corals that I ever had success with. When I started this tank back in 2003, I had a lot of failures, a lot of successes, and then failures. But it all started with the mushroom corals. I started with a rock that I bought with one piece, and it became tons, maybe hundreds of mushrooms over the years that I've given away. So my favorite coral is the mushroom. Now my favorite fish, that is a hard one. I have to say, don't feel bad, guys. Now they're looking at me like, who's the favorite? I have to say, yes, here he comes. My favorite fish is the maroon clown. Yeah, I love you too, but come on, don't get hurt. Don't get personal, man. Maroon clowns are tough, like a Brooklynite, but beautiful colors, and they have a lot of character. A lot of character. I love, out of all the coral and fish and things in the tank, the favorite thing in my tank, fish-wise, is my maroon clowns. I love both of them. They're so different, but yet they're pretty and they have a lot of character. They're tough. They won't be pushed over like some of these soft fish. They don't jump out and kill themselves and all that crazy stuff. All right, so let's see. My least favorite coral. I don't have a least favorite coral. I guess the least favorite coral that I would say, one that I have some. I ain't going to say they're the least favorite because I haven't done well with them. But they're the least favorite because they get very, very temperamental, I have to say. The devil's hand is my least favorite. I like it a lot, but it's very slow growing, and you can't control the shape of it. It's not so much it being hard, but I like coral that I can kind of bend to my will, if you will, if I want to get them to grow in a certain way. These are very tricky, so it's my least favorite, but I don't hate it. All right, homemade or commercial fish food? Give me commercial, baby, because I'm lazy. I'm not going to sit and mix some food where somebody that knows a lot more than I do, have a lot more resources than I've got, have done it for me, and have proven that they do it. commercial all the way. I started the hobby with commercial. I guess I'm going to finish with commercial. Like I say, it's been proven. It works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, LED T5 or metal halide. Okay, I've had all of these. My favorite, even though I don't use them now, I use them on my freshwater tanks, T5s. T5s, hands down, is the pinnacle point between metal halides and LEDs. This tank is all on LEDs. Beautiful thing, but I started it on T5s. If the cost of running the T5s weren't what it is, and kind of the inconvenience with the bulbs and the die out, you got to change those bulbs every maybe 6 months or 8 months. You do see a difference. So I'll say T5s are my favorite, but I'm migrating to LEDs with this tank. I haven't done it in a freshwater tank, and I was looking to do it, but favorite T5s anyway. Okay, what would my dream tank be? Oh, I can answer this easy. I have it dimensioned, planned out, plumbed, everything in my head. My dream tank, and it's not nothing fancy, this is 125. My dream tank would be a 250. Nothing that you can get stock off the market, and I'm going to tell you why. My dream tank would be twice as long as this, so this is 6 feet. My dream tank would be 12 feet in length, no sump. Like my frag tank downstairs, no sump. I have already planned how I'm going to build all of the equipment into 2 feet of that 12 foot of the tank. 2 to 3 feet of that 12 feet is going to be filtration in the tank, plumbed in the back. You won't see any equipment, nothing to flood on your floor, all inclusive, like these fluval tanks and Reef, all these tanks they're building now. I've built a lot of tanks, but the success of the frag tank proves to me everything can be in the tank if it's planned out and built right. So my dream tank would be 12 feet in length, all filtration built into the tank, T5s and LEDs, only because if I could plan it right, I think it would be the best combination. Everything controlled, automation with the exception of doses, because I don't trust doses yet. I'm old-fashioned, I do it by hand. But yeah, 250, 12 feet long, maybe the same depth. I don't need so much of the depth. I like to be able to reach it. I'm not a big guy. And coral, fish, I probably break it up, make a spot just for fish to swim in one area and then have them swim to the reef. That would be awesome. Like have an open area for swimming, kind of like what Mike did, Mike from Mass with his planted tank. Have it slope down to an open area where they can swim out into the open salt, but then swim back towards the reef. That's my dream tank. I planned it. It's in my head. I actually have drawings for it already. And all right. And now to nominate 3 other people, which is my coup de grace, my surprise, if you will. I'm going to switch it up because I don't want this to be an all saltwater thing. I want it to be tubers. We're all tubers, freshwater, saltwater, cichlids, coral. I'm going to challenge one reefer because he asked for it. That's George Torres. George, get to work, George. I want to see your tank. I want to see coral. I want to see everything you got. I'm putting the freshwater spin on it. I'm going to challenge a freshwater hobbyist because I want this to go both salt, fresh. We're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of the Lord. We all keep tanks. We're all insane. All right, so New York cichlids, my man Juan. Juan, get to work. I want to see you on the job. Let's make that video, baby. Get to work. So I'm going to challenge NY cichlids. And last but not least, a new guy on the block. Got a lot of information, a lot of tanks, a lot of knowledge. Ray Cooper. Ray, I'm challenging you, Ray, freshwater side. So I'm just switching up the questions to apply for both. Favorite plant, favorite coral, favorite fish applies. Let's keep it universal, people. So that's me. This is D challenging my 3 people. Aquarium Tuber Challenge. Hit that 1,000 subscribers, baby. I finally made it. I got to thank you coming out for all the people that have supported me and got me this far. All right, so that's my challenge. That's my video. I'm out in the world of fish.